You will be surprised, 1823, the London doctors were very bad. So a young doctor in London called David Oakley thought London doctors were a bunch of nincompoops, incompetent doctors who have become an abscess on the human body and they are destroying the human system. So he said, I am going to start a science journal. I am talking of 1823. I said, I am going to start a science journal to teach them science so that they don't practice this kind of unscientific medicine. So he started the journal called The Lancet. He said, I am going to call it a Lancet because I am going to call it by the Lancet knife through which I can incise the abscess and drain away the pus. This started in 1823. Lancet started in 1823. It survived. Now it is 185 years old journal and one of the most leading medical journals in the world. Lancet. The present editor, Richard Horton, wanted to see what has been the impact on doctors in the last 185 years that science has existed. So he asked a medical historian, Hilary Burton, to find out what has happened. She did an extensive study and wrote a line. What was once in 1823 a bunch of incompetent nincompoop doctors who have become. Today they have become a corporate monstrosity on the public and killing people left, right and center. That's exactly what has happened to the medical profession. We have become so greedy, so incompetent and so money-minded that we have converted the medical profession into a business. Medicine should never be a business. Hippocrates wrote, never make money in the sick room. Time was when in England in the 18th century there were no hospitals. So the doctor could see the patient in the house. Convention was, after you examine the patient, gave the advice, etc., you go to wash your hands. When you go to wash your hands in the wash basin, the 3 gold coins were kept there, 3 guineas they were called, 1 pound and a shilling. If the coins are there, that means the house has money to give you. So you wash your hands, pocket the money and walk away, saying thank you. Suppose the gold coins are not there, that means the money a house cannot afford. So in that case, you go inside the house again, thank them for giving an opportunity to help another human being in distress and then go home. That was the custom. Today it's the other way around. You send a bill to the patient. I have never sent a bill to the patient. And a lot of people don't pay, it doesn't matter. Don't send a bill. Because bill is very bad. That's why in Ayurveda they had warned, Vaidyaraja Namastubhyam. Doctor, I salute you. Why? Yamaraja Sahodara, you are the brother of Yamaraja. But there is a subtle difference. Yamastu Harati Prana, Yama only takes life. Vaidyo Prana Dhanancha, you take life and money both. At the end of the day, when the patient dies, the family is in big debt. Supposing cancer patient goes to an institute for cancer treatment, patient of course will die, but the debt of the family will be for the rest of their life. And that's exactly what is happening. Vaidyo Narayana Hari. And this young lady said Vaidyo Narayana Hari. That's another mistaken idea that people think doctors are gods. No, they never said that. The whole stanza is Sharire Jarjari Bhute Vyadigraste Vaidyo Narayana Hari and Toyam Chanavi Toyam. That is when you are really seriously ill, the only best doctor that you can see is God himself. And the only medicine you can take is Gangajal. And that is true. But we have cut that into saying that Vaidyo Narayana Hari is God, etc., etc. No. Very few Vaidyo Narayanas are there. But most Vaidyas are Narayanas in the sense that if they come to you, they will think of Narayana survive. That's exactly what is happening. Somebody asked me, is he talking in English or Kannada? For those people who don't know what Kannada is, let me tell you something. I did a study on Kannada. Kannada is the 3rd oldest language in the world. Sanskrit, second is German, third is Kannada. Then all the other languages follow. And Kannada is a very old language. I didn't want to tell you that suo motu. To tell your mind, you have to be able to talk to your subconscious mind. Talking to subconscious mind is not easy. You have to get into that mood. And one of the methods of doing that is you start counting backwards. What I do is I count for 50 downwards. I better do it in my Kannada language, it's easier. Instead of saying 50, 49. Then you come to 0. By then your brain waves change to delta. So that's the time you can talk to your subconscious mind. So when you want to talk to your subconscious mind, get into that mode and then tell your subconscious mind you can do that. Go on doing it. And you must believe it. See, remember, the most important thing is belief. Faith and belief is the most important thing. Yes.
This question is from Varun Kumar and one more from Santosh. So they are basically asking like how to manage cholesterol, sugar with home remedies and how to control type 2 diabetes with home.
Please remember that cholesterol is not a disease. Today, cholesterol is not even considered to be bad. Cholesterol is supposed to be good. And so you don't have to worry about cholesterol. Sugar you can control by reducing your eating. You will be surprised. You can control any amount of sugar by fasting and reducing your eating and exercise. And what else did you say? Sugar and diabetes is the same.
So the next question is from Prasanna Reval. Is there any difference between organic and non-organic produce? What is that?
Very interesting question. Very interesting question. You see, today, this country is at least some restrictions are there in India. People put all kinds of chemicals into the fields. I was telling actually one day, one of the greatest agricultural scientists in India who got all the awards. I told him, you are responsible for what we are suffering now. He said, why sir? I said, you are the one who advised our Prime Minister and our Food Minister at that time, C. Subramaniam, that fertilizer should be put to the field for an immediate response, and you wanted to get some benefit. But actually, you were working as an agent for IOM. And now that you have done that, you don't know how to control it. So they put it. So friends, you don't have to put so much of chemicals in your food. But if you want to survive, so-called organic, here organic means something probably definite. But in India, so-called organic is, you just simply write organic, it becomes organic. But what I tell people is, wash your fruits very carefully with soap and water. Brush them nicely, then eat. You're safe. But some people say they inject it to the fruit, then God only should help you. Can't do it.
Hello. So the next question is from Avana. She says, in the book, What Doctors Don't Study in Medical School, you have given a lot of suggestions. Is there any other books on the ancient Indian medical system that will help augment the thinking or the saying that you are saying in that?
There is a nice article that I have written. How might Ayurveda help modern medicine to have a better healing effect on the human system? Please do that, because Ayurveda is a great science. And modern medicine is not a science, it's a reductionist science. Ayurveda is a holistic science, it looks at the whole and controls the whole. So take Ayurveda's help.
This question is from Tejasvi. What do you say about vaccination? Is it good, not good?
Well, dangerous to talk about that in America. I remember one of my friends was a very good doctor here. She talked the truth about vaccination and she has been thrown out of this country. If you want to know the truth about vaccination, please write to her. I give her an email address. Her name is Rima Laibo, RIMALAIBOW. RimaLaibo@gmail.com, and she will tell you the truth about vaccination. I won't tell you that, because vaccine companies are very powerful. You can't talk against very powerful people, they have a lot of money. They control the world. Money controls the world.
Sir, this question is about COVID.
That does not mean vaccines are bad. Certain vaccines are absolutely necessary. But giving 69 vaccines to a child before the age of 6 months looks ridiculous.
This question is from Srinath. You had spoken about coconut oil benefits long time back, and recently there was an article by one of the Harvard professors which is going viral. What is true?
Yeah, very interesting. Even when the world was saying coconut oil is bad, I was the only one who was saying coconut oil is good. Because I analyzed coconut oil for its fatty acid. Coconut oil, mother's milk and body's immune system contain the same fatty acid, monolauric acid. and coconut oil can't be bad. If coconut oil is bad, mother's milk must be equally bad. Of course, coconut oil has saturated fat. That doesn't mean anything. Because today we don't think saturated fat is bad. Actually, they have found in cholesterol plaques in the vessels, the fats that deposited are not saturated fats, unsaturated fats. So taking all these funny oils, which are unsaturated fatty acids, may be dangerous. Coconut oil is good. But then the problem is now, somebody has said coconut oil is poison. I don't know. I don't know her. I have not studied what she said. But she has said this correctly. I would like to know one thing. Who funded her? Let me tell you something, my dear friends. Today science is bought, science is sold, and science is controlled by money. I don't know if you have read this book. Please read this book if you have not. Science Set Free, by a great scientist in Cambridge. Science Set Free, or Limits to Science. There's a nice book by another Nobel laureate. Limits to Science. And Limits to Science, or Science Set Free, tells you how science is controlled by money. And if you don't have money, you don't have science. So before any statement is accepted, I always want to know who funded them. A lot of people thought I was funded by the coconut industry. But coconut was such a scare, I tell you. 84, I was giving a talk in Boston to the American College of Cardiology. There were about 26,000 cardiologists in the audience. I was talking about the coconut oil's ideal thing for the heart. At the end of the talk, 5 minutes question hour became almost half an hour question hour. I survived that. And as I was going out, it was about 4:30 in the evening, Boston, summer evening. So one of the senior most cardiologists got hold of me. This was about 20 years ago. I was looking younger, I think. So he said, "Young man, do you have any other work in Boston?" I said, "No, sir." "Then you better get lost before it becomes dark. Because the opposing lobby is so powerful here, they may bump you up." He said, "Take the next train or bus or plane or whatever and get lost from Boston." That is the kind of science that we are dealing with. So science is not the truth. Science is probably not even a truth.